Happy 20-year anniversary to The Dig, a point-and-click sci-fi puzzle adventure created and co-written by Mr. Steven Spielberg. Released on November 30th, 1995, exclusively on CD-ROM. Developed and published by LucasArts and designed by Sean Clark and Brian Moriarty, the player assumes the role of Commander Boston Lowe, head of a 5-person space expedition to stop an asteroid, nicknamed Attila, from crashing into Earth. And then shit gets real, but I won't spoil it for you. Critics were generally divided on the game. Puzzles were generally viewed as more difficult than most LucasArts games. Graphics, audio, and writing were given uneven reception, though the cutscenes were more favorably received and the music composed by Michael Land was universally praised. Either way, The Dig became LucasArts' best-selling adventure game, putting over 300,000 copies into fanboys' hands before it became available for digital download on Steam in 2009. The Dig was originally an idea for an episode of Amazing Stories, then a film, but ended up a video game. The game had the longest development time of any LucasArts title and saw its way through 4 successive project leaders. I'm going to go on a tangent, though. For me personally, it is interesting to note the voice acting cast on this particular title. Commander Boston Lowe was voiced by Mr. Robert Patrick. Most of you know him as the T-1000. Enough said. Secondly, pilot Ken Borden, though a small part, was voiced by David Lodge. Lodge has filled your earholes before. He's the voice of Kenpachi Zaraki from Bleach and nearly 24 other animes and nearly that many, again, non-anime cartoons, including Kelsey Grammer on Family Guy. He's voiced in 4 of the Power Rangers live-action spin-offs. Ultimately, I recognized his name from Eadric the Pure from the Wrath of the Lich King expansion of World of Warcraft. Turns out, he's done additional voices in a veritable trove of video games, including, but by no means limited to, every single expansion of World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, League of Legends, Halo 4, Fallout 3. This guy is everywhere. Can I top that? You bet. Dr. Ludger Brink, the crew's German archaeologist and geologist, was voiced by Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom's first game was this one, The Dig, and last month's release of Transformers Devastation marks him in at nearly 150 games. Call of Duty games, Dot Hack games, Tom Clancy games, God of War games, he usually plays Ares, over a dozen Marvel games, with nearly half of those being Wolverine, which of course brings us to Wolverine in the X-Men animated series. Yeah, he was Wolverine. Half a dozen Star Wars games. I can't even. I'm losing it. Okay, those are just his games. What about 60 anime roles, including Orochimaru and Zabuza Momochi in every Naruto since 2005, and Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, both the movie and the series. What about 30-plus non-anime titles? Ben 10, Star Wars Rebels, Transformers Prime, heard of those maybe? Okay, how about 50-plus other feature lengths? Like Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. He played Vincent Valentine. Okay, so I know this seems like I've gotten off topic, but there has been 2 points to this. First, it's to tip my hat to the hardworking unsung heroes that are voice actors, often taken for granted, but so very essential to the feel, immersion, and artistic presentation of every game we play, and encourage you to do the same. And my second point is to illustrate why I personally choose some of the titles I do for this series. Sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're shit. But they are relevant. They've set the stage for the amazing world video games have become in my nearly 40 years of life. I'm literally overwhelmed. With that, go pick up this game on Steam and give it a play. $5 if it's not on sale. I have been Dumptruck. Thanks for listening, and now over to York.
Hey guys, it's York. I want to talk about one of the most iconic stealth games from the late 2000s. I know it's not Metal Gear Solid for me. It's Hitman, codename 47. Codename 47 is a third-person, over-the-shoulder action-adventure stealth game developed by IO Interactive and published by Eidos Interactive. I will admit I got into this game a little later than I hoped. I'd been following the development of the game pretty closely, and unfortunately when it was released I was between jobs and couldn't really afford to get the game brand new, so I had to wait to get it second hand, when, you could still do that. When I did get it, I really loved it. The gameplay was amazing. You actually had you had to actually plan how to kill someone and get away with it. But now that I'm saying that out loud, it does kind of sound strange and scary. But anyway, the game was kind of linear in its design, but it tried to break out of that linear design shell by giving you a few options to kill, or to assassinate your target. A prime example is the Li Hong assassination. There was multiple ways. You could go onto the roof, you could poison him, do a bunch of side stuff to get more options to assassinate, but there was at least 3 ways you could kill him. But anyway, I won't go into exact details, go here to do this, because of spoilers, even though I'm pretty certain everyone's played this. But yeah, I could go on about this game for ages. It was one of the first games to use the now ever so popular ragdoll, cloth and foliage physics, but I'm not gonna. Instead, I would also like to congratulate a couple of other milestone releases. A huge happy release day to Nintendo for the Super Famicom, which is to me and you is the Super Nintendo, and its 2 launch titles, Super Mario World and F-Zero, which marks 25 years since it was released in Japan. What an accomplishment. Another huge happy release day goes to Microsoft for the Xbox 360, as the 22nd of this month marked its 10-year anniversary since release. Now, there will be a bunch of other games that we don't really have time to cover in the description below, for when it was released, etc. So you can have a look see if there was a game there that we missed. Leave it in the comments below. But anyway, I've been York, you've been the viewers, and if you like this video, please leave a like, or if you liked any of our content, please subscribe. It means a lot to us, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, guys.